Afrika Maibuye Afrika Viva EFF Viva Viva Julius Malema Viva Viva Julius Malema Viva Ndiyabulela kakhulu asisondeleni sonke kwelicala in front of the stage. Iprogram yethu yaqala ke ngoku sishiwe ixesha. Nginibingelele nonke igama lami nguMbuyiseni Ndlozi. Silapha namhlanje kule meeting noma inhlangano asambi sedwa njenge EFF. Size nenkumkani. But ke I am not fit to be introducer. Ndizofuna ukubiza i-head of protocol uba anithulele ikumkani, and then we'll proceed ngalelo hlobo. Namkelekile nonke, ndiya apologize uba ixesha alikho, but ke let me welcome the protocol officer to run the first part of the program. Amandla Atongizwe Atongizwe Atongshang Atongshang Azalbanzi Azalbanzi Mathembu andino introduce kuni ikumkani yenu. Siphethe ingqungqumbana yabathembu, umzukulwana kaNomathingili, umzukulwana kaGqebele Emandleni, udala indebe ubuqu. Azalbanzi Azalbanzi
CIC viva! Viva CIC viva! Mthatha EFF Mthatha! Mthatha EFF Mthatha! Maibuye! Maibuye! Izwe lethu i-Afrika! Aha! Aha! Halala! Halala EFF halala! Oh, bantwana bomthonyama. Bantwana bahle. Naske nabahle nafana nam. Ingathi nyayazi apho i-vote yenu nizayifaka khona. Umthembu nomthembu othanda ubuzwe. Umthembu nomthembu othanda inguqu. Umthembu nomthembu othanda inhlalakahle uzawuvotela i-EFF. Niyazi kuba andini lontshi njengoba ke ikumkani ingamelanga uvota, kodwa kule game izawuvota. Izawuvotela bani kanene? Aha! Halala! Yasuka yahla. Oh! Bantwana bahle. Sifuna unishiya nje nento encinci. Apha kule ndawo siniphathela inkosi entsha krakra. Asinophinda siphathwe zezaa nkosi nizaziyo bezithila apha. Phansi ngonorhwiphiliza phansi. inkosi yenu asanothando awu bantwana basha ndifuna ulibazisa ixesha likhathwe yinja ndifuna uyekela wonke umcimbi uqhutywe ngu-CIC ndiyakhathela ndithi atsho mhla viva Julius Malema viva kanithi ndinihlebela into entle ndiyenzelwa ngu-CIC u-CIC uyondithi jize nge-ML imoto entsha for ikumkani enkosi bantwana bakhe enkosi
Zaliman ayasaba magwala awumama iye siyasaba lezinja awumama iye awutobola kerela chess tobola kerela awutobola kerela chess tobola kerela ngithi mama ngiyekele sengifuna ukuba yifighter ngithi mama ngiyekele sengihamba nomalema isibhami ntancane for 7 isibhami ntancane makarofa ayasawa magwala Kerela yo chess Kerela tobola Mandela President through you makestola umgqatswa wa apha eward level then mazi naye umgqatswa wethu enizomvotela apha eward level simphathele i-comrade i-fighter lo mama uzanilwela nithole izindlela ikliniki benamayeza umgqatswa wethu ngifuna nibingelele nje kancinci akhohle
Viva EFF viva Thatha EFF thatha Khula EFF khula Molweni bahlali base KSD Ndinguwabokazi igama lami ndinguthukwana abantu ke abaninzi balapha bayandazi ndiza kuthi qaba ndogqiba ndisuke okay inkosi ke
okay
ndibulela president kuba enyanisweni kudala silindile singabantu abadala apha into endiyimeleyo phambi kwenu kukubana ndizozikhomitha kuni ukwenzela into yobana nindithume apho nithanda undithuma khona andizukuthi ndiza kunenzela okanye ndinithembise kudala nathenjiswa but into ethethwa ndim ndiza neyam imibono kodwa akubalulekanga imibono yam kubaluleke into endiyithunywe nini umzekelo apha eKSD sisebenzisa umbane onexabiso eliphezulu ogama lawo ngumthizi njengomntu ke othanda abahlali okanye othanda ukuhlala kakuhle kule ndawo ndingekayazi nokuba ndizaba yi-candidate ye-EFF ndilwela umbane ndikwitim ye-task team umthiza masifona simthathile ke umthiza okanye umasipala uKSD usezinkundleni zamatyala silindele idate nanini na usilindile we-Eskom uba kungatshintshwa i-transformer at any given time but umasipala wethu akavuma uhand over i-license silwa loo nto okwesibini iindlela nathi siyazibona ziphucukanga idolophu yethu ine-potholes kodwa yidolophu ephuma ipresident yokuqala yomntu omnyama. Umba olandelayo kumdaka idolophu yethu ngongathi azikho i-ratepayers. Okulandelayo abafundi okanye abantu abatsha abazi-graduates abaphelelwe lithemba bengafumani imisebenzi. Kodwa into yesisimanga urhulumente wethu osilawulayo uthi xa une-18 years to 35 years awuphinde uzawufumana umsebenzi, but after i-35 years awuzufumana umsebenzi. Isimanga sasokokuba uyazifuna ivoti zona xa une-18 xa une-35 years uyayifuna ivoti yakho. Akakuniki into yobana xa une-35 years uzokwenza ntoni. Mandiphelele apho kwezo ndawo, kodwa akuphelelanga apho. Bathi andithi ezi zinto ndizawuzenza ngoba ndithe yimibono yam, kodwa ndixhomekeke kulo uba ithini yena imibono.
Mandla ake ngibona izandla zabantu abazovotela umgqatso we-EFF apha eWard 11. Sizomenza uceba wethu sokwazi ukhupha lamasela asiphetheyo. Ngaphandle kokumosha isikhathi comrades, nayo i-regional leadership apha siyabarecognize. Unobhala wethu wephondo nayo ukhona apha siyabarecognize. Sibonga ukuthi bayasebenza kakhulu ukuthi iqembu noma umbutho wethu ukhule lapha ephondweni. Ngaphandle kokumosha ixesha, mandinithuleleni the incoming president yase South Africa. Ndinithulele uCommander in Chief Julius Sello Malema.
Amandla, Aikule, EFF, Aikule, Tata, EFF, Tata, Tata, EFF, Ward 11, Tata, Watinta Wafazi. Siyabonga, thank you very much. Sibonge Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, Nobhala, province and all regional leaders. We also want to thank our king, Ukumkani Ukona Apa Siyamonga, because he came to welcome us at his own place. And we also recognize him as the only legitimate king. No chance takers are recognized by the EFF. So we are with him during bad time and good times. Sibonge ama ground forces we EFF, KSD and the whole of OR Tambo. We are going to another meeting in Etuchwa. That's why they are rushing a program. But we are here to say, Maufuni change. Uzo votela EFF on the 1st of November. Maufunu mkwako uzo votela EFF, because EFF is the only organization that will remove amasela in this municipality. The EFF is uthatha imali from ANC councillors and build the roads with that money, because imali ikona, but the ANC councillors bayayitshontsha le mali, bayidla nefamily zabo. So we want to make sure that every house has got at least one person with a job, because imisebenzi ikona, but they give their relatives, their boyfriends and girlfriends and boyfriends of girlfriends. So they hire everything that is not coming from here, even concubines. Sifuna ukuthi abantwana base-KSD basebenze kula masipala. Not abantu baphuma e-East London bazosebenza apha. We want you to work here. And we want you to work for municipality directly, not through a company. We are going to cancel tenders because asiyafuna amatenda ayamosha. So security will be hired directly by the municipality. Siyenzile lento eGoli. In 2016, when we came in, we fired companies and hired security guards directly. Companies were paying them 3.5. We are paying them 7.5. We also give them medical aid. We also give them pension fund. Asifuni itenda ya cleaner. We hire cleaners directly. Asifuni itenda your Pechama pothole. We hire you directly to work for the municipality. Ukola masela ANC in this province, starting with the premier, and Ukola Mthatha and Oscar Mabuyan. Those are two criminals which must go to jail. Because when people steal, they steal your jobs. That money was supposed to be used to create jobs for you. But Oscar Mabuyani and Matikizela are using that money for themselves. We want you to work in the municipality. Even when you don't have matric, there are positions that are equivalent of people who don't have matric. Because Lendo are good to know if a person doesn't have matric, as Mnikezi says, it's wrong. A lot of people got out of school to go and look for jobs because of poverty. And if we don't give them jobs because they don't have matric, then it means that they will be in poverty forever. You don't need matric to cut grass. You don't need matric to sweep the streets. You don't need matric to patch potholes. You don't need matric to do maintenance. You don't need matric to be security. We will hire you as a cleaner and give you scholarship so that you can improve your education. You start as a cleaner, you end up in the office. That's what we want to do here at KSD. We want to build proper houses, not these houses of ANC. When you are in another room, a person can hear you talking in another room. We want quality houses. 3-bedroom, it must have a kitchen, must have a dining, it must have a lounge, it must have a flushing toilet. We don't want pit toilet, we don't want outside toilet. There is no dignity in the outside toilet. There is no single white man, not one, who's got an outside toilet. So if a white man does not have an outside toilet, why do you give black people outside toilet? And the ANC must not tell us that it's apartheid that gave you outside toilet. From 1994, they were building houses and giving people outside toilet. There is no dignity in the outside toilet. There is no dignity if you don't have a flushing toilet. But there will never be a flushing toilet without water. We need water, and water is the easiest to supply to everyone. We don't want private electric companies to supply electricity to us. ASCOM must supply electricity to our people, and the electricity must be very cheap and affordable. So we want electricity to be supplied by municipality working with ESCOM. Every house must get electricity. It's possible to give every house electricity. And once a house does not have electricity, it means there is no dignity in that family. There is no single white farmer in the whole South Africa. A white farmer, no, not a single one, without electricity. The electricity goes to the farms, jumping villages, to go and be delivered to a white farmer. That nonsense must come to an end. They can give their farmer an electricity, but it must drop in this village before it arrives at that farm, because we too, we need this electricity. We must make sure on the 1st of November we all wake up in our numbers and say enough is enough. We have had enough that destroyed the future of the youth. We want imali yenkamkam to be doubled, because Lamatkeku, they are the ones who are responsible for African families. When you give old people money, they don't buy alcohol with it. They buy a bag of meal, they buy cabbage, they buy tomato, and if you are lucky that day they get the ngam, they also buy chicken once a month. So why are you not giving them more? Because they are not playing with this money. They are feeding our children. Even the child grant must be doubled, because 350 is not enough. After buying Pampers is finished, the whole money is gone. We need to double it, but when we double this money, we don't say children must make children. Only old people must make children. Children must go to school, because EFF is going to give you free education from grade 1 to grade 12. Even at the Walter Sisulu University, you are going to go for free. We are doing it already now at Walter Sisulu University with the EFF Student Command. When a child of a poor family comes to register at Walter Sisulu and they say pay registration fee, and that child says I don't have it, when they turn that child back, we tell them to register that child by force. And when they refuse, we stop everybody from registering until... Why do you stop children from entering university? They guaranteed a better job which is going to pay you well. So we want you to enter university by force. And we are going to make sure that here in Mthatha, the youth in future, when we give them free education, don't compete about Kavela and All-Star, but they compete about how many degrees do you have. Because education will be fashionable. The children at school, they must eat properly. Proper meal, healthy meal, it must have meat. Because in this province, iyathandwa inyama. So there is no feeding scheme without meat. And the meat must be proper. When we give you feeding scheme at school, you eat at school, we give you free education. When you go home, the money of your grandmother is doubled. There is food at home, there is food at school. Therefore, you are a proper student. You only think about education, not what I'm going to eat after school. Once we defeat poverty, the best brains are going to come out of Mthatha, because the children have been turned into parents because of poverty. When you are in grade 12 and your sister is in grade 8, you are worried. If she leaves before, what is she going to find? I have to leave first and cook for her so that she doesn't go hungry. We don't want you to think about that. We want children to be children. We want you, like Lenin said, we want you to do 3 things when you are at school. The first one is to learn. The second one is to learn. The third one is to learn. Nothing else but to learn, because you are there to learn. So fighters, these children, we will make sure they eat better than the dogs of Helen Zille. We must make sure our children eat better than the dogs of white people. 350, even the dogs of Cyril Ramaphosa will not eat 350 per day, not per month, but he gives our children 350. It's an absolute nonsense that must come to an end. We want our children to be fed so that they can enjoy the stage of being children. When you look at us, we are angry, and they don't understand why we are angry. It's because we were never children when we were supposed to be children. We skipped the age of being children. It must end with us. Fighters, let's go and make our people to understand that this country does not need the so-called provinces. This thing of being called Eastern Cape, Gauteng, it's an absolute nonsense that divides black people. It breeds tribalism. It makes you to look at you as Xhosa, as Pedi, as Changan, not as black. We must look at each other as black, because as black people, we must be one thing. They have defeated us because they divided us. They thrive through the rule of divide and rule. So we, the younger generation, must say, I don't belong to Eastern Cape, I belong to South Africa, therefore I belong to Africa. This is our motherland, this is our continent. When you get health here, you must get health everywhere. You must put your names in the health system in Mthatha, but when you arrive in Joburg, your information must be there. When you are in Cape Town or Durban, because you are South African, your name must be everywhere. Not you are not from here, we don't have your file. What file? I'm a South African, my file is my ID. Once I've got an ID, you must know me everywhere. But because we are led by stupids, they don't know that. When you go to clinic here, they ask you, what is your family history? Do you have high blood? Do you have sugar history in the family? You fill the forms. Then when you go to East London, not even Joburg, you are sick in East London, you are asked the same question. Do you have sugar? Same question. When you look at the file, it's written Department of Health. But one MEC, they don't have systems linked to each other, because that is disorganization. We want Home Affairs to be linked with Sassa, to be linked with health, to be linked with higher education. Everything must be one. Because mongena apha Walter Sisulu University, ufuna ubhalisa, uthi no, my mother is unemployed, uthola isasa, but hamba wenza i-affidavit. But it's the same government that gave my mother Sassa. Why must I do affidavit? For what? Why? You should know her. This is my ID number. When I'm born, my ID number is linked to my mother and my father. Once you punch my ID number, it must tell you who I am. Now, when you say my father died, but hamba ubu ne death certificate, but they are the ones who issued the death certificate and said my father is dead. Now they want me to come and prove that my father is dead after they issued a death certificate. Yo, dumb cops everywhere. So the EFF is an organization of the brains. Once you are in there, we are going to make life easy. Why should you go to Sassa offices to fill in forms? Because now they say there is corona. Why can't they make it on the phone? That you make an application on the phone. The following day you get an SMS that you are approved. You'll start getting money of Sassa. They do this deliberately. They can do this thing. Let me show you. When they want you to go and take vaccine, you send an SMS. And then you fill in the forms on the phone. The following day they say, your appointment is 11 o'clock. Why am I not being told about the same way that I'm approved for Sassa? No, come and fill in the forms. When you go back after 3 months, we can't see the forms. Fill in again the forms. They are deliberately keeping us out of the system so that they can eat the money. We want to link this. The other issue which we don't want as EFF is this thing of Sassa people being made to pay for water and electricity. Sassa is government. Municipality is government. They give you money of Sassa saying you are poor. Here's the money to help you. They come through government called municipality to take the same money they gave you saying you are poor. So they are just playing mind games with us. So we don't want anyone who's a beneficiary of Sassa to pay for water and electricity. But who's going to pay? I said the rich must pay and subsidize the poor. Then but you are mad. Malema is mad now. But John Steinhazen of DA repeated the same thing I said, like they always do. He said Santen must subsidize Soweto. But wonderful, what a good idea. Because it was said by a white man. When it is said by a black child of a domestic worker, it's nonsense, it's not possible. But I'm not worried. As long as the white man has joined the call, we are happy. We are waiting for these dumb cops of the ANC to also join the call. Don't worry, they will join because they've got no minds of their own. Once the white man has said yes, the ANC is very scared of the white man. Is going to say yes too, and our people will get free water and electricity. That's what matters. It doesn't matter who said it before or after, as long as the poor are going to benefit. What level the people of KSD yagela lento yokuthanda ama t-shirt, because izonithenga i-ANC ngama t-shirt, and my figure apha Mthatha about banikeza ama t-shirt, you forget your problems. My king, the other day I went to a rally. When I came out of a car, a man ran to me and said, Malema, I want a t-shirt. Then I said, come here. Are you working? He said, no. So why not say, Malema, please make sure we get jobs? Why not say, Malema, we need water? Of all things, you just remember a t-shirt. The most useless thing, and most of them are the cheapest. You are going to wait for 3 weeks, the color is off. But the job is permanent. When you see leaders, stop asking for t-shirt. Ask for the future of your children and your own future. Let's talk about t-shirt. Let's talk about t-shirt Madiba from 1994. Let's talk about t-shirt Wembeki. Let's talk about t-shirt Lo. When talk about t-patanat lo. Let's talk. Now Lilindile, I'm a t-shirt. Or this one with a big nose. Before you see who is on the t-shirt, you see the nose first. Please, we don't want you to sell the future of your children to t-shirt. You will never work in a t-shirt. You will never flush in a t-shirt. You will never get to sleep in a t-shirt. The youth of Mthatha, when they come with a t-shirt of the ANC, you must take it and hold it like this and say, this t-shirt has destroyed the future of the youth of South Africa. I will never wear this t-shirt. You must say to them, I will rather walk naked than to wear a t-shirt of the ANC. Even if it's the last item left in my wardrobe, I will never wear this t-shirt. Because this t-shirt is the one that was used to bribe our people. We don't want t-shirt, we want jobs. We don't want t-shirt, we want water. We want electricity. We want proper roads. We want free education. We want the pension money to be doubled. Those are our issues. We want the policy of the ANC that they implement here at KSD of wanting to sleep with you before they give you a job to come to an end. Let's human as the ANC propose job opportunities. We don't want those things. They must learn to propose not with our jobs. That no one must get a job after sleeping with anyone. You must refuse. You must say, I will rather die of poverty, but I will never allow to surrender my soul to an old man of the ANC. I'm not going to do that. Because once you say no to them, they will start to respect people. My king, I walked into a hotel one day. A white man came to me, say, Malema, I'm asking for 100 rand. And I'm like, why is this white man asking me for money? So I wanted to attend to him properly. I said, come here. When he came close, I said, what do you want to do with 100 rand? He says, I want to pay for accommodation. We pay 100 rand every night. He says, this guy doesn't have a home. Is this beggars on the street? So why you are a beggar, you have no home? Why do you want to go and sleep in this place where you pay 100 rand? He says, there is hot water in the morning. So I wake up, I freshen up, then I come back here. Now, a white man, a white hobo, never forgets that he's a white man. Never disrespect himself. When auna manzi, leave hot water. You don't have water at all. But you allow these people to disrespect you because you disrespect yourself. No one can come out of a pit toilet straight to a voting station and vote for the same people who don't give you toilets. Vote for the same people who don't give your children toilet at school. No single white farm has got a pit toilet for a white man. All white men in the farms are flushing, not because they got that from government. They did septic tanks for themselves. If ANC can't give each house a flushing toilet, why are they not just giving our children at schools? Why are they not giving our children water? Because it's possible to give all schools water. It's possible to give all schools septic tanks so that they can have flushing toilets. They can do it, they don't want to do it because you have allowed them for too long out of self-disrespect. Respect yourself, love yourself, and know that it is only animals who don't have toilets, not human beings. Human beings must have toilets, and not just toilet, flushing toilets. So once you don't have that, you must ask yourself, what are they taking us for? They treat you the same way they treat cows. Respect yourself. Black men, it's time to be selfish. It's time to love yourself like a white hobo who will not sleep in a place where there is no hot water, because he never forgets that he's a white man. We must know we are human beings, but they must treat us with respect. Fighters, if we go out on the 1st of November and teach the ANC a lesson, every party that comes after the ANC, it will respect us. Because they know these ones, if you disrespect them, they will remove you like they did with the ANC. They love themselves and they respect themselves. I'm happy I came. Mthatha is my home. The king is my brother. And I will keep on coming here. More than coming to ask you to vote for the EFF, I came to ask you to liberate yourself mentally, to be free from manipulation of the ANC, to start thinking that you are being disrespected, and from today they must respect you. These people have taken our minds and our souls. We need to reclaim them so that they can respect us. I'm happy I came because when your children grow up and they find this street the same way it is, when they complain, others will tell them the truth, and even history will tell them that there was a guy called Malema who came here to speak to your parents, but they never listened to him. That's why we are in a situation we are now, because they did not listen. They listened and loved t-shirts more than what you, the children, deserved. These children will salute us, because we will never get tired of speaking to the people of Mthatha. This place used to be one of the most beautiful places in the Eastern Cape during apartheid. They came here and destroyed it, and they don't care. Here you'll find the biggest pothole in Mthatha. It's no longer a pothole, it's a swimming pool right in the middle of the road. It's you who can stop it. On the 1st, you're going to wake up and you have to decide if you still want that swimming pool in the middle of the road or not. On the 1st, when you wake up, you must talk to yourself and say, enough, it's enough. I'm going to stop it today, and I'm going to do it alone. Even if it's only me who's going to vote EFF, let me be the only one who's going to vote for the EFF. I will never vote for this criminal. Amanda! Amanda! I call it EFF, I call it. Tata